Yeah, Wei, since you went last, then we'll have you go ahead and go first. We'll alternate the questions. We'll alternate which candidate speaks first. Okay, how would you organize and implement staff and volunteers at the DCRP headquarters? What structure would you use? How would you delegate tasks? Ensure your staff's time is used effectively.
How much time are you giving us for each answer? Just 3 minutes?
Yeah, 90 seconds.
Oh, 90 seconds. Wow. Our office doesn't work. It's broken. When people call and they don't get a return phone call, that doesn't work. When they send emails and don't get responses, when precinct chairs send applications to fill these spots and they don't get returned, nobody contacts them, that is broken. We have to fix our office. As county chair, that will be one of my first tasks. I think we need an office manager, somebody to train the people who answer the phones so that they know who our candidates are and can direct people to good information. When I was running, someone would call into the office, and these volunteers didn't even know who I was. They're the top county race. They didn't know who I was. We have to change that. We'll have an executive director, an office staff, and then depending on how our fundraising goes, I hope it goes well, I expect it to, then we'll have additional staff to head up different parts of running an office. Precinct chairs, IT, outreach, volunteerism, those types of things.
Thank you.
We both observed the same things about the county party. You know, in my calls to all the precinct chairs over these last few weeks, and those of you I haven't reached yet, I'm still calling. I can't wait to talk to you. But many of the complaints are similar to what Wade is mentioning. And there's also a failure of the party to be able to give precinct chairs the equipment, the data, the information they need to do their jobs. Precinct chairs are frustrated and they end up quitting, or they end up not really doing the precinct chair job because they don't get information from the party. So I am running as a full-time chair. I think that will make all the difference in the world. I don't think necessarily I'll need an executive director because I will be full-time. But I do think a paid, permanent, full-time, every day during the weekday, during the work week, person needs to be answering the phone. The phones have to be answered, messages forwarded, emails forwarded, a sense of a business-like office. That is the first piece. I think we need to have more, we do have committees, and I'm grateful for all the service to them that they provide, but I think a full-time chair is able to actually be there meeting regularly with the committee chairs, moving the process along so that we get things happening like better precinct chair training or structured precinct chair training. I think we need to have regular precinct chair meetings so that the precinct chairs find out what's going on, what we need from them, what they need from us. It is right now, it has just been not an active place at the party. Thank you.
All right, next question. We'll go to Debbie to start this one off. Debbie, what would you do to convey the Republican message to Hispanic and other minority voters? What types of community outreach do you see doing?
That's my favorite subject. I will tell you, last night I spoke with some people in Southwest Dallas County, and one of the great ideas that came out of it was a woman who was talking with her neighbors across the street, and they are Hispanic and they're homeowners. They were paying the same level of property tax as one of her friends who lived a couple miles away in a much larger, much nicer home. And the reason was the Hispanic homeowners did not know you can appeal your property taxes. When we talk about outreach to the Hispanic community, it needs to be not just handouts, but it needs to be actual help that will benefit them and also offers them something that relates to our Republican message. One idea we were concocting last night was just to offer that kind of service to those people. Say, we'll help you understand how you get your property tax reduced. We'll work with you. And by the way, we're the Republicans. I worked in the Broden campaign and saw much of what the Democrats do all over Southwest Dallas County. They're involved in those people's lives. They help clean up playgrounds when that happens. They do community projects with their shirts on that say Democrat Party. We need to be in the community way before Election Day, actively engaging them, and not just with handouts, but with actually what our message is, what we stand for. And I hope later I can tell you that we need to talk more about things on the website so people get to the website and they see who we are and what we stand for, because I believe we can certainly bring a large number of conservative Hispanic voters into the fold.
There is an old saying, You better dig your well before you're thirsty. What's happened with the Republican Party is that we only reach out into Hispanic communities when we want their vote. Friends, they see through that. They know what we're doing. The reality is, if we want real outreach to Hispanic and Latino communities, we have to be there all year around. I'm so glad that have had the opportunity to live in southern Dallas County, where a lot of our outreach should be. I've been involved in the community. I've been on city councils. I've served on regional boards. When I ran for county judge, I had a lot of crossover votes because people knew me. If you want to make a push into the Latino community in southern Dallas County, there's no better way to do that than to elect someone from southern Dallas County. I've been involved in the community. There is so much we can do, but we have to start now. As county judge, I was in parades, Martin Luther King parade. I was one of the only Republican candidates there. I've been involved in Hispanic organizations. I've been involved in city events and public city chambers of commerce. I'm involved. That's what we have to do if we want to reach out to the Hispanic community.